What's the story? My diggity dog, this is your boy Aggronix, and this is the best intro of all time. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, you cheeky little shit. Who gave you the... Guys, stop laughing at me! What's going on, guys? Aggronix, and welcome back to another analysis of Week 3. By the way, guys, if you guys didn't check out my battle of Week 3, make sure to not check it out. Just know that I lost. Don't watch it. It's bad. It's bad. Don't watch it. But... we're back, and this week 3, I think this is actually probably my favorite week. I know that's weird because, you know, I fucking lost. But, I think this is a really, really good week for everyone, except for fucking me. Like, everyone had a really, really fun game.
Except me. Mine was just an easy win.
You have no right to say that you didn't have a fun time. You won.
I sweat with a Manaphy. It was amazing. Anyway.
No, the Rhyperiors and the Giggling Gorgites had poor weeks, but, you know.
Yeah, but that's
and you're just gonna overshadow me, yeah?
Yeah, anyway, let's get into power rankings. By the way, I'm Craft, I'm back, and I'm probably louder this time.
Yeah, sorry guys for the first video. You're such an asshole. Okay, so, in the first video where we did the analysis, they were a little bit quiet, but hopefully I fix it. Let me turn them up just in case now. And then... they were joined by Craft, you know, from the last analysis video, and the preview. And we have Joey back. Shut the fuck up, quick. And we have Joey back. Joey,
what? That's out abuse now.
I know, straight up abuse.
YouTube just loves me.
YouTube is sucking the nuts of Joey right now.
Just like bring Joey back. We need some more Joey.
Joey is teabagging the dead corpse of YouTube.
Why don't Joey overtake Aggronix and take over his channel and call it Joey Nix? Nix.
Funny.
I am
funny,
aren't I?
Comedy.
Comedy
me
gold.
And the Angry Army. Me and the Angry Army are...
They're not the name, I just said that. Okay, by the way, guys, if you would like to subscribe and become the member of the Aggronix, make sure to have some like button down below first. I think that's perfect, Aggronix.
It sounds like some sort of all.
No, because, yeah, that's his... the puns with you. Okay, so... we're gonna start, and we're gonna go over everyone's battle and see how they did. And we're gonna start with the tied for 16th place, the Boston Blastoise and the Pittsburgh Pangoros. We're gonna jump straight into it with Joey. Joey, why did you put them at number 16, and what do you think of the two teams?
Yeah, both of them didn't even show. I think the Blastoise popped in the main chat once, and then disappeared. The other one didn't even show, so I didn't feel like giving one of them a leg up. They're both bottom of their respected conference, and you know, just forfeiting the game doesn't help you climb up the conference ranking at all. So
yeah, like Blastoise, Pangoros, if you hear this, remember this is just for fun. I lost 4-0 against Orson. I'm definitely gonna play my week 4 match. I'm still gonna try my best to make playoffs, even though I don't think there's a chance.
So much you made up some excuses.
That's nice, Craft. No one cares about your life. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, don't no-show. Make sure to, like, show up and at least tell people that you can't have the battle. I understand if some people, maybe their internet went down. We honestly have no idea what happened to them. But, guys, I hope you guys are there.
I think Gengar died after I beat him in a different league.
That's nice. But,
I beat him 5-0 Sylveon Sweat. Because I actually know how to use Sylveon.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I'm gonna smack you. We're gonna move on because we have the LX Forest Future Sites. And it's funny, in the week 2 analysis, me and Joey both played them. Funny enough, week 3, Craft played them. So Craft, you jump in because we've already had our go and say about the LX Forest Future Sites. So what do you have to say?
Well, like, the thing is, I think he just didn't prep enough for Manaphy, to be honest. I mean, he had a few things. He had Scarf and Nidoqueen. I mean, I sped prepped the Nidoqueen, but it was Scarfed out sped. But it wasn't running Thunderbolts, so it didn't really help. Yeah. The Celebi, I predicted he would want to set up on me, so I just beat him with predictions and killed him with 2 Surfs, because I predicted he would want to set up. Then you've also got, he had Thunder Punch on the Metric, which did outspeed, but as he learned, it doesn't appreciate a burn. So I burnt it, and it died to burn. So generally, he didn't have that much. I mean, I think he probably could have switched Huntail in. I mean, he didn't know for certain that I wasn't running Energy Ball, but he should have by the time. Because he sent in his Nidoqueen, he tried to kill me with Slush Wave, I killed him. Then he sent in his Celebi, and I think I revealed the Ice Beam then. So he should have known after then that I didn't have Energy Ball. Or did I? Maybe this was the week I ran Energy Ball. No, I don't think
No,
you ran Energy Ball.
You had Energy Ball for Huntail. Remember?
Like, yes, I do actually have it.
Yeah, because
I'm better at prepping than I thought I was.
He must have not known that Manaphy got Energy Ball, because you don't switch a Huntail in on a Manaphy.
It was a bit odd. Like he tried to play around it, but he ended up just allowing Manaphy to damage everything on his
he brought Aqua Ring, so he's definitely like having fun. But guys, sad announcement: Porygon has had to leave the league. If I'm not mistaken, please jump in. But I'm pretty sure he's had to leave the league. He said he's not able to team build. So Craft, you were right in the money there. He hasn't had time to team build. He's not able to properly plan because of school and stuff. And I can completely understand. Right now, I'm in a year in school where I do nothing, so I'm able to record all these videos. But if he doesn't have the time, I completely understand. And Porygon, I know you're probably going to watch this video because you're going to be in the chat. So I hope you made the right decision. I hope you don't regret it. And Craft, take it away.
Yeah, well, basically, all I was going to say was it's a shame that he left. I think him not being able to team build sort of did hinder him a lot because in that game, if he'd had... Manaphy's always a threat, so if he'd had a bit more time to look over, I think he could have... For example, Celebi, he could have... Because I only speed crept the Nidoqueen, as it turned out, he could have actually outspent me if he'd done max speed Celebi. So it's just stuff like that. But
yeah, there's no way to know. There's no way to know.
I wish Porygon the best of luck for everything, and I think we should probably move on unless Joey...
Yeah, Joey, do you have anything to say about the ELEX future sets?
Well, they got a new coach. They've made one change already. They swapped out Arcanine for Chandelure, so... We'll see how the new coach does. You know, it's a fresh start for them, so these 3 losses won't really affect them in the power rankings upcoming.
Oh, really? Will they not?
They will not.
Oh, okay. I didn't, because I was gonna say that's kind of unfair if he started with 3 losses just off the bat. That's kind of sucky.
It's like Kochu wasn't really held back by Guile being cocky.
Yeah, because that was 1 loss, you know.
Yeah. So he won't be held back with that. If he comes in and has a solid win, he'll go up a lot higher. It won't be just
even though actually in the league he won't be doing that well. It will be.
Okay, so let's move on to the Trident Tortugas. Now, I don't know too much about the Trident Tortugas other than they have Mega Scizor, they have a Darmanitan, they have Gengar. Actually, I know everything about it.
I like nothing.
They have a really, really cool team. They recently dropped Bisharp, and I believe they dropped Umbreon, or...
Yes.
They dropped Umbreon as well. I thought so. I don't know why, but I had a feeling they did. Which I don't really agree with. Because, yes, I understand because you already have a Steel-type Scizor and you don't want a big fire and ground weakness, even though Scizor won't weak to ground. But you know what I mean? I think guys, trust me when I say an offensive Dark-type is so good. So good. You know?
Well, they still do have that offensive Dark-type in Hydreigon that they picked up. And they also picked up...
They have Crawdont as well.
I suppose, yeah, he did have a lot of dark types. I suppose
and he has Tornadus C as well.
I suppose the thing with Bisharp is that it gets priority Sucker Punch.
Yeah, which is really, really broken. So,
yeah,
I think it's unfortunate for the Trident Tortugas. Anyone have anything to say about them?
No, I don't really watch the battles, so I'll have to be cheery, I suppose.
Nice voice crack there, Craft.
I know, it was beautiful, wasn't it? This is what I warned you about.
Opera.
I watched their battle, and I think they could have they might have been able to beat Bloom. I think they just got a little nervous or impatient at the end.
Maybe overzealous kind of the thing.
Because, or just completely forgot Conkeldurr gets Mach Punch because they were, the Scizor could just set up roosts on that Conkeldurr all day, and then, you know, eventually...
Yeah. Actually, no, I do remember that. Remember it was a 2-0, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, like, actually, I remember that. They did very, very well. They were able to... They actually got an early start because they killed Aggron. Flygon, how could you do that? Come on, man. They let Flygon let Aggron go down early. I can't remember to what, but I remember he got one-shotted, which is unheard of.
Focus Blast.
Focus Blast, yes, from Gengar, yeah.
The thing is, up to this point, like, I thought Bloom was really solid, but after that game, I was like, ooh, okay. I mean, like, obviously Bloom came out to win, and that's kind of all that matters, but it, like...
Yeah, he got challenged, and I think the Trident Tortugas deserve a lot of credit for how they played.
Bloom more when it's his turn. Yeah, I think they played well.
Yeah. And going back to what Joey said about Mega Scizor stalling out the Drain Punches, I don't think they could have, because I think they would have less Roost than Drain Punch.
I'll check the PP.
I think Roost is 16.
Roost is 16, yeah.
Drain Punch is like 32.
The thing is it wouldn't have stalled out the Drain Punch, but it would have, like, you could Roost, Bullet Punch, Roost, Bullet Punch.
Did he not have Sucker Punch? I mean, not Sucker Punch. What? Sword Stance?
No.
I don't know if he had Sword Stance.
I don't think he did, because I think it was U-turn, Bullet Punch, Knock Off,
If you ran Soul Stance, then you could have won that.
Actually, I think it was Aerial Ace for the Venusaur. By the way, if you didn't do that, oh my god, come on. Aerial Ace is broken.
I mean, the thing is the Bullet Punch was doing like 35-40%, and Drain Punch was only healing back 15%. So before the Roost dies off, you could have taken down the Conkeldurr, and then...
That's true.
Yeah, and then he might have beaten the Scizor. Might be beating the Venusaur, sorry. Depending.
No,
the Venusaur could have hidden Power Fire. But...
No, the Venusaur was down. I don't remember what his last Pokemon was.
No, I thought it was Venusaur. No, it wasn't Venusaur, you're right. I think it was,
I can check it for you.
Who was it?
I got these. I'll find it for you.
But, we're gonna move on, I think, because I think that's all we gotta really say.
I'll tell you what it is once I find out.
Okay.
Was it Delphox?
I think it actually was Delphox.
I think it was. I'm just gonna go to turn.
Yeah, because I remember it was a Mon that he couldn't touch.
Yeah, it was Delphox.
So I mean,
all right.
Who knows if someone else, if he would outspeed and take him out with the knockoff that
he wouldn't outspeed Delphox. Delphox is like base 115 speed.
Okay. Yeah, no, 104. But we're gonna move on
115
to the Cork City Cradillies, and guys, I'm really sorry. When Joey says I over-prep for one thing and not another, I did prep for the Cofagrigus, but I don't know why it's not clicking in my head. I know how to team build. I know that I'm doing well for certain things, but I feel like these last two battles, really think about it. Against Zach, what were the main threats I was thinking of? Altaria, Scizor, Mamoswine. What killed me? Chansey and Blastoise. You know? What was I scared of against Sorsen? I was scared of Latios, Suicune, Tyranitar. He didn't bring any of those, and I didn't prep enough for Cofagrigus. It's not that I'm not prepping enough, it's just because I had Dark Pulse on Heliolisk. I had Leaf Storm, I had Sylveon in general, kind of beats Cofagrigus, but I just didn't. I didn't think about it enough, and from now on, guys, I'm gonna team build for everything. I'm not gonna focus on certain things because he might bring it. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna bring stuff that can beat his entire team and is able to beat his entire team. We go up against the Atlanta Braviaries, who coaches that?
That's it's the Boston Blastoise.
The Boston who didn't show up, so we might get a forfeit win. I hope we don't, honestly. Like, that's the worst thing. Like, I don't want to win just because someone forfeited. Like, if I'm gonna lose, I want to lose because they beat me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be honest about it. But Swordston played, like, Infestation. I'm kind of annoyed because it's, like, a thing that, like, you know, it's Infestation. Like, I can't beat that. Even if I planned for it. There's no way of, you know...
U-turn beats it. Volt Switch beats it. So you could have Volt Switch Heliolisk, but you know.
No, but Heliolisk was, at that point, it was burned, it had Life Orb, and Stealth Rocks were up, so...
I understand. Like, once it's actually bring...
And I couldn't bring Mesprit, because Mesprit dies to a Bug Buzz from Volcarona, and a Pursuit from Mega Tyranitar. So, like, there was all these things... And again,
I get it.
Yeah, so it's a fortunate week for us. But honestly, guys, we've had two really tough matchups these last few weeks. But next week we go against the Boston Blastoise. The Atlanta Braviaries by
Boston Blastoise, tied for 16th.
So we'll see how that happens.
The one thing I kind of want to say is that the way I see it is that you tend to prep for individual mons, but not necessarily prep for
the whole
them.
team.
Like, together. So, for example, you prepped for Red Steel and you prepped for Cofagrigus. We didn't see that your things which dealt with Red Steel don't deal with Cofagrigus.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Blissey and Blastoise, and I'm going to stop doing that. I have plans of what I'm trying to pick up for Week 6, because Week 6 is the bye week and we get a few more free picks. But I'll talk about that in a while. Well, not in a while, in a few weeks' time. So I expect some really big news, because honestly, I think I have to make a really big switch. It might be a switch that bites me in the ass, but we'll see what happens. Next, we're going to move on to the Lake of Rage. Actually, by the way, guys, do you have anything to say? Kraft, you've already said your piece, so Joey?
I mean, same thing, you know, you kind of just over-prep for some things and under-prep for some other ones. I mean, they're obviously threats, but, I mean, this is a draft league, so you're only prepping for one person, you're not prepping for the latter. So while a team looks like it would lose 9 out of 10 times to a regular team, against your team it does very well if you over prep and under prep. So
yeah, it's just unfortunate, and I think the Cradillies can come back. I'm still gonna try to make playoffs. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna run Choice Bandit Sylveon. We're not doing that, okay? We're not running Choice Scarf Milotic. We're not doing that. We're gonna still try.
Choice Scarf My Lot is something which won in VGC Nationals. Just thought I'd point that out.
In VGC, you know, it's different. It's a different league.
I know. I just want to point out because I used to be in VGC and it was one of the sets I once ran.
I love my lock in VGC. It's cool. But yeah, it's unfortunate that we came out with a loss. But the next 2 weeks, I think, is really, really good for us. I think we can pull out W's, but we have to play smart. And also, one thing I do want to say, I don't mean to be an asshole to Sorsen, but he said we could battle at 10 my time, and I ended up battling at 12. At that point, my eyes were closing. I was half asleep during that battle. I should have asked him to call it off for Sunday. I should have asked him to do that.
Yeah.
Because I was completely out of it. I could not focus on that battle.
Yeah, I've had battles before where it's been like midnight.
Yeah, crafting me understand the pain.
It would be like switch into Chansey. You're against a Lucario, which is about to go for cross combat. Yeah, Chansey. Take
Chansey. Use your focus at... No, we're not doing that. So, we're going to move on to the Lake of Ridge Gyarados. I have a few things to say about this. Lake of Ridge Gyarados have a really, really cool team. I really, really like it. I more respect it because they're bringing a very, very hyper-offensive team every single week. You know, they have Raikou, Terrakion, Weavile, Tentacruel, which is defensive, but it still kind of has a, offensive presence with 100 base speed. That's really good.
Plus Raikou... not Raikou. Sorry.
Yeah, Raikou, yeah.
Again. But yeah, I know he's got Raikou. I was about to say, plus Tentacle is, although it's good on the special defensive side, its defense is a bit poor and its HP is, So...
Well, its HP is 70, isn't it?
Yeah, 70 or 80.
The Tentacruel can be run both defensively because with the water poison typing, it does resist a lot of stuff.
That's true, but it's also weak to common things like electric and ground, because I can't think of a single team which wouldn't have electric and ground coverage, especially with Earthquake.
Especially ground. I think ground is definitely one of the most offensive types in the game.
Almost everyone has like Earthquake. Almost any good mod.
Yeah. So the Lake of Ridge Gyarados were beaten by my boy JJ. If you're watching this, fuck you in your school. No, I'm joking. Jay couldn't be here. Jay couldn't be here because he was at school. But Jay, I hope you get a good education. Lake of Ridge Gyarados suffered a very, very disappointing 1-0 loss. It was very, very close, and it actually literally came down to what Weavile was carrying. If Weavile was carrying Low Kick or Brick Break, he would have won. Yeah. And I wouldn't be disappointed with that loss at all. I think you should be proud of it because you did play well. I think you made a few misplays. Honestly, both teams did, so I don't think you should be called out for that. But
I think the misplay on Jay's side was not bringing Mach Punch.
No, he told me. Bullet Punch was for... Oh, what was it for again? Oh, he had a really, really good reason for it. He had a reason for it.
No. I mean, I'm not saying substitute Bullet Punch for Mach Punch. I'm saying carrying both of them.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. He should have carried both of them. But he definitely had a good reason for bringing Bullet Punch.
But going quickly back. No, you go first, Joe.
Well, I mean, what he does... was it Choice or was it AZ or something?
I don't remember. I didn't ask him.
Because, you bring it in, and if it's Choice, you go for, if what he prepped for with bringing Bullet Punch was still there, then you go for Bullet Punch, obviously. But if that thing is gone, then you just Mach Punch away, and that's just going to be way stronger.
He definitely had a good reason. What was the reason? I swear to God, it's going to piss me
off. What team was he against?
He was against the Lake of Ridge Gyarados. Check their team and name them all off, because he actually, honestly, God, had a good reason. But like Joy said, I said the same thing to him. Why didn't you bring both? And he said, get it.
He has Raikou, Terrakion, Weavile, Tentacruel, Ambipom, Frostlass, Ninetales...
Frostlass! That was it. Frostlass.
Yeah, because it's defensively, because Steel beats everything.
What the fuck is the trumpet in the background?
Oh, it's my sister.
Tell your slap your sister. Like, what the hell is that? Oh my God.
I'll be back in a sec. I'll just tell her to, no, because my parents will shout. Oh, it's fine. I'll sort it out. Before I go, I just want to say one quick thing, which is that the main problem that I have with Nat Queen's team is the Gyarados team is the fact that they don't have, because they're so hyper offensive, they have very few pivots, which makes it very difficult. Like, basically every time they switch a mon in on the opponent's mon dies, but equally every time the opponent switch a mon on them, then one of their mons has to die. So I think every battle with them is either going to be a very close
win or a very close loss or a very, very bad loss. I don't think they can ever win a game 6-0.
No, neither do I. But my sister's stopped now. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we move on unless Joey wants to say anything. I think Joey, you're fine. You're good. You said your piece.
Yep.
So let's move on to Swishy, the Green Bay Giggling Gorgas. I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, that they have a really, really good team. You know, they have Landers, the Solomon, Sloppany, and then their walls, their offensive presence is great, but they have Lantern, Bronzong, Weezing, Trevenant on the same team. What the fuck? But they did have a week 3 forfeit win, which is pretty unfortunate for them. Like, again, going back to the thing, I don't know, she's probably happy about it, because, you know, she still gets the win.
She said she wasn't, actually, because she said that she doesn't like how low she is in the power rankings, and that she wished it hadn't been a forfeit, because she prepped for it quite well, and she thinks that she could have proved that she deserved higher had she actually got a proper win.
Oh yeah, I think Swishy definitely deserves higher. Like, I've seen some of her battles, and she does play decently well.
I mean, I beat a 3-0, but, you know.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up.
I don't think she properly prepped for your game.
Yeah.
True. I mean,
What a dumbass.
My sister's like hyper. So.
Okay, so yeah, the Green Bay Giggling Gore guys, they had a week 3 forfeit win, but it's whatever, you know. Swishy is playing who next week? Someone scary, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. I'll check in a sec. I'm just.
So we'll move on to the KM, the Munchlax.
Oh, Swishy is playing 6 paths.
Oh shit.
Well,
so
if she preps well, then, you know.
Swishy, please beat 6 paths, because if you beat 6 paths, then I feel like I could beat 6 paths.
I mean, if she had killed one of my monsters, I would have swept with her Choice Scarf Articuno.
That's nice. But okay, so we have Munchlax. Jay played badly.
Yeah.
He honestly did. Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you, the big misplay he saw was his Rotom Wash. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he kind of let his Rotom Wash just get killed.
Watched the replay and
yeah,
back.
he just kind of died, you know? It's just one of those, like, bruh moments. Like, it's kind of silly. But I think Jay has a really, really cool team. Like the Lake of Rage Gyarados, it's more defensive, but it's definitely an offensive team. Looking at it.
Yeah.
Because Rotom Wash, while being defensive, can be run offensive. Gliscor can run Sword Dance with Time Pass. That's semi-offensive. So, yeah, I think he has a really, really good team, and hopefully he has a great time. Also, a Tyrantrum, which, wow, you know. So, Craft, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, the only thing I was going to say is, I'm just trying to watch the few playback. The main one I have is that he should have probably won by a wider margin. Like, no offense to him, he played perfectly okay. But considering his opponent has a very offensive team, and he has a lot more defensive pivots, I mean, he brought Tango over it to Wash and Uxie. I mean, given none of them have reliable recovery unless you count Rest on Road to Wash, but at the same time, I think he should have been able to handle it better than he did. I mean, a lot of times where he sent Wolves in and he sort of just left them there to die. At the moment, I'm watching him leave his Uxie to die to a Ninetales.
That was it! Uxie! Why didn't he swap out Uxie?
Basically, he sent it in and went for a Zen Headbutt as the Ninetales burnt him, and the Ninetales just killed him with Dark Pulse.
And even if you want to make the claim that he could have had Solar Beam on Ninetales, the sun wasn't up! He was running Flash Fire for the Entei!
Yeah.
Jay! I'ma smack you!
It makes very little sense. I mean, I understand. First things, I respect the fact that he runs Zen Headbutt. I assume that was for the Tentacruel.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to count that because I wouldn't know what set that Uxie was, because of the fact that I swear I was taking too much for it. Because I've used Uxie a lot. It's one of my favourite monsters to use in draft format. And looking from that damage, like, I don't know how much damage Ninetales has, but
it did like 10 to 14%.
The Dark Pulse is doing 30 though. That's fair.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what you're talking about. Okay, so Joey, do you want to jump in on the Munchlax?
I mean, I think I like their team, just with all the low threat, the lower tier threat.
Hitmonchan and stuff, yeah.
But you know, they can't with the lower tier stuff built together. They can't afford to make misplays. The Ambit Palm lead was pretty obvious, and
he just sacked off the Munchlax.
Yeah, he just sacked off Munchlax like that because he had to let something die, and you know, you can't afford to make those kind of misplays when you don't have, you know, insanely defensive threats or insanely offensive threats on your team.
Yeah. Just let me jump in there quickly. Sorry,
Yeah,
we're gonna try to speed up the video a little bit, but Munchlax, like, okay, for example, I know what he's doing. He drafted Munchlax because it's like his mascot. I drafted Aggron because it's my mascot. The difference is, Aggron puts in work. Munchlax does not. That's the bottom line.
He's
you
gonna
know?
kill you for that.
No. It can put in work, but look at his team. Terrakion. Like, why?
It was very odd. And
What did Munchlax do in that battle? Other than die, but what could it have done? Nothing. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
Focus,
I mean, whittled down the Ambipom Toxic, but...
Yeah, Ambipom dies to one hit anyway.
Ambipom's pretty frail.
The thing about that, too, is, you know, if he had kept that Munchlax around, maybe it, you know, Toxic or wears down something else that's
more scary,
to the team.
Yeah.
Plus, like, Ambipom runs knockoff, it's reasonably common. Like, if it's not fake out last resort, it's probably
exactly.
Knockoff.
Munchlax is
And
never a
EVO
counter.
lights Mon. It's like, right, makes sense.
Yeah, Munchlax is never a counter to Ambipom. Like, never.
Yeah.
Ever.
I just want to say one last thing. I just watched Battle through again and then the calculation sound. Uxie was physically defensive, I assume for the Weavile, but I personally would want especially...
No, it was for the Terrakion, surely.
Yeah.
It eats hits when Terrakion anyway. It's base defensive 130. Terrakion can't touch it. I think.
I still. It wants to take as little damage as possible.
If it's max physical defense, you see it takes only 17. Well, I say only 80% for a knockoff, so it's better. And then you could get a T-wave off, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna try to speed it up there, Craft. Sorry to cut you off, but Long Island Ruffling Riders. I don't know too much about them. Yeah. Okay, so the Long Island Ruffling Riders, they have a jump in.
It's a good team. They've made 3 changes. They made their 3 changes now. They took over from Gil.
Yeah, Gil.
Or whatever.
Oh, is that Cubchoo?
Yes, it's
Cubchoo. You're number 8, man. High fucking 5. Just awesome.
I'm number 4.
Die.
But yeah, their team is a lot better, I feel now.
Yeah. Like just in those 3 small changes, just 3 mons.
He's balanced the defense and the offense a lot better, whereas before he just had too much. He had I mean, for starters, when I played Garo in a test match, he was like, oh, look at my core, I've got Florchus and Mega Steelix, nothing can break through it. Infernape breaks through it. You run Gunk Shot and you run Overheat, it breaks through it.
Exactly.
He's like, no one can break through it. Gunk Shot.
Dude, you're drunk if you think that nothing breaks through that core.
Yeah,
Aggron breaks through that core, for fuck's sake.
The only core I can think of which kinda, oh no, there's a few, but the one which springs to mind in draft formats is Mega Arteria and Ferrothorn.
I wouldn't say Ferrothorn. I know it's just saying because Steelix can't touch it, but
yeah, that's true.
Anyway, good luck to them. I think they're playing decently well.
They play pretty well and they've made good changes, so I'm sure they'll do well.
Yeah, they're doing awesome. Joe, you want to jump in?
I mean, you know, they're technically only 1-1. They had to pick up a 6-0 loss, which is hard to do. But their first game in conference was against the still current leader of their conference, and they picked up a 1-0 win. So I think that's kind of a statement win, and they're definitely someone to look out for.
Plus, they play Gengar this next week, so possibly they'll just get a free forfeit win.
Yeah. So they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Joy, hit him.
So moving up after that, we've got me.
The worst team in the whole league.
Oh my god.
Slightly offensive. I thought that was me.
Dude, you're gonna get bopped by me. I swear to God, I'm gonna bring the A game against you, man. I'm hoping you draft him on week 6. I'm not gonna say who it is, obviously, but holy crap.
I should help both of you prep.
No.
I mean, Aggron, you're not real enough. All right, we know you're not real enough to beat.
Look at the skin. I can touch the skin. I am real as a sheep.
Anyway, why do you put yourself 7th? Because I'm curious.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see anyone below me in the rankings that kind of deserve to go up or earn their way up.
I
to
did.
This point.
Don't you dare say your team. I don't even know what Corksy created these because nations.
By the way, I'm gonna change the name soon.
But I mean, I got an early game or an early crit to take down his Megalodios with
that's sucky.
Sock.
That's sucky.
But then you know, I missed one Will-O-Wisp on Tauros that it didn't change the game as much as the Ice Punch did, and then I just didn't recognize. I didn't know what Tauros could do, and I didn't recognize what kind of set it was.
Yeah.
The intimidate on it threw me off because its other ability would have given it away a little more. But
yeah, doesn't it get anger point and sheer force? Yeah, anger point and sheer force.
Yeah, so, it's a pretty sucky. You know, like getting crit, like it's good, but like you're at the same time you're like but I do think it still evens out. Like like it's Pokemon that you can't do anything about it. Hacks is a part of the game.
I want you to hacks. So.
Exactly, and you can't bitch about it because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean,
so stop bitching about it.
The other thing too is I sacked off Rotom Wash when I shouldn't have, or not Rotom Wash, Rotom Heat when I shouldn't have. And then
it's just unfortunate.
So I made
it was an interesting game, and like I don't want to put you down, but I mean, you had it in the bag, but at the same time, I think Six Paths did have very impressive prep. I mean, we'll talk about it more when we get to him. But I liked how simple yet effective it was with like Facade and Tauros, but I suppose we'll talk about that later. So.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Oh, actually, do you want to say anything else?
I mean, I think I fell apart a little bit at the end.
Just I think you had it in the bag after the crit. So.
Yeah, I thought I had it. I thought I had it after his flamethrower didn't take out my shaman, and I got the earth power off on both that and the Lucario.
I like that. I was watching the replay. I was like, oh yes, shaman.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on because, like I said, we're trying to speed things up. The Richmond My Perriers, not much to say here. They got a forfeit win.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry, forfeit loss.
Week. Good team.
Oh, forfeit. Wait, forfeit loss.
Forfeit win. It says forfeit loss, but it says the forfeit help. Loss doesn't help.
Oh yeah. The Richmond My Perriers, I played them week 2. They are a fantastic team. Zach is an incredible battler.
He is. Yeah. And his prep's good too.
His prep is very good. The thing I like about Zach when I played him, something that stood out in my mind, I was making all these double switches and all this is crap. He was playing safe and he was just good at it.
Yeah, he follows the rule which you said we should do.
Yeah.
Which is don't play risky until you have to. Don't make predictions.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're playing an opponent and you're not put in a position where you have to start playing like you're fucking Donald Trump, you could just do your thing.
What phrase was that?
I don't know. My friend loves Donald Trump. He has this poster on his wall that says "Make America Great Again." I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm gonna suck his nuts.
Anyway,
Richmond My Perriers are great. Guys, wanna jump in?
Yeah. Not much to say. Good team builder, good coach, good everything. They're like good. They're just not like taking it.
They are brilliant. Don't you say a word.
No, I like them a lot. But I just think that people, well, sooner or later, well, suddenly maybe the top 2, arguably top 3, still take it to the next level. But, you know, that's my opinion.
I take it to the next level. Joy, what do you want to say?
I mean, I've seen them prep now for both of their 2 games that they have played. They definitely deserve the spot, and I think had they played, they might actually be higher.
Yeah.
Same with Swishy and people like that, though. So.
Yeah, so let's jump to the number 5, Kentucky Fried Combustions. This is Dork, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Dork.
My next week opponent.
Oh shit, Dork. Call out. Actually, I'm predicting that right now to be what's it called? Game of the week in the Magma Conference.
I said that in the chat because I don't think there is any other possible.
Because 4 and 5, that's a good fucking. That's awesome. So we have the Dork here.
First
versus second.
Yeah, exactly. So
and there's one differential between us.
Exactly, that's going to be a really, really close game, no matter what. I think, unless someone sweeps, you never know.
Like
but
me. Or him.
Get out of here. By the way, guys, if you don't know, my plan for this week is to get under 10. That's a hard thing to do, but I think we can do it. We'll see what happens. So, Kentucky Fried Combustions are led by Doric, but I think they have an awesome team. Their team, what's it again? I know it's good, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Kieran Black, Talonflame.
Oh, Blastoise, Chestnut, Crocodile, yeah, Galvantula. Yeah, they have a very, very scary team.
Rotom. I love Rotom. I'm so annoyed I didn't get it, but anyway.
What Rotom do they have?
Normal, but I love it.
Oh yeah, normal Rotom is actually really underrated in draft format.
I was going to get it until Shaming Ox Knight for me, because I fell asleep in the draft. Long story short, Shaming Ox Knight for me, which meant I had to get rid of most of Rotom because I needed Grass type. But...
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword with these draft style things, but I think they have a really good team. Galvantula with max speed Blastoise with sticky webs up, that's a legit threat.
It is. Galvantula supports the team so well because Kieran Back normally
is not the fastest thing in the world. Crocodile is not the fastest thing in the world.
Actually run like adamant choice band and just wreck.
Exactly, like it can do some serious work. Not much to say about Doric. He has a great team, and he's going up against the worst team in the league, so he'll probably take out the win. So
I thought you said Jerry's.
Let's move on to the worst team in the league, the Manchester Skitties. They had a terrible week 1. They got absolutely destroyed. You should have seen it. They got 6-0'd in the first turn. First turn, his Suicune goes for Giga Impact and one-shots the whole team. I swear.
And no Hyper Beam, and it follows Gen 1 mechanics. So every time it kills something, it doesn't have.
You don't have to recharge. Yeah, I love that.
So broken. Gyarados.
So Craft,
oh, you
jump in.
Anyway, yeah, it's my game. It was like I said. I don't think Porygon played his best. I don't think he had enough time to prep properly, so it's hard to really judge. I mean, I got a mini swing with Manphy. I could have done better, played around the Huntail better. I think I probably could have got 5 over. I played around that better, but I can't complain. Yeah, it was just a good battle. I didn't have to
you didn't make any mistakes. Maybe obviously one. You could like call out any one, but like off the top of my head, I can't think of any mistakes you made.
Safe. My prep was nothing too exciting this week. I mean, like defensive Rotom because that berry. Just noir. I mean, I wish I won Rock'em Berry Manphy because after the burn it would have lifted the Mega Metagross from the punch, but hindsight is 2020. So.
Yeah. So, Joe, you want to say anything?
I mean, I kind of had a little trouble on where to put the two of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I was making the list, but I think after this week, it'll kind of clear up, where they both belong.
Yeah.
I belong in 3rd and he belongs in 9th.
Where do I belong?
It's going to be a really tough game. I'm really excited, but at the same time, I'm going to spend like next week prepping. So.
And we get to the top 3. Sorry, do you want to say anything else?
And you can't draft the Dene, so you can't wall and take out his entire team.
Burn!
What's my fairy type? Oh, it's my Godform. It's fine.
Never mind. Anyway, we're going to move on to the top 3. The Hurricane Island Lugias, Sourcen, the Philadelphia Flygons in blue.
Yeah, Hurricane Island Lugias at number 3.
Yeah.
Sourcen is Hurricane Island Lugias. Philadelphia Flygons is Bloom. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, who's
yes.
second?
And Kaduki Bootops is 6 pass, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I have that in order. I've been practicing that all day. I was like, make sure to get that right.
We'll cover Sourcen first, and you might as well go since.
Yeah. So, Sourcen, there's not much to say, man. He didn't make any mistakes. I think his core is broken. Registeel, like, what do I do? There's nothing I can do against that. Honestly, it's funny. Dropping Pyro was actually a big mistake. Because even if I brought Golurk, brought Gogolurk, it actually would have done a decent amount. But I'm not going to talk about what shoulda, woulda, coulda. We still came away with a 4-0. And honestly, I'm not even upset about that because... the Volcarona wasn't scarfed, I swear to God, and the Keldeo, obviously. I swear to God we would have won.
Yeah.
Because Aqua Tail one-shots the Volcarona, Leaf Storm one-shots the Keldeo, Leafeon can't touch us, and then we had Hidden Power Fire, and Gallade would have died to a +2 Leaf Storm, probably. I was max speed, special attack, and I was Life Orb, I think, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have won.
It was, like, one, I don't think the scoreline necessarily reflects how close it was.
Yeah.
I think it was.
But I will admit, I won't lie. Sourcen was definitely in charge of the game the whole time. You definitely feel like.
I think he always had the momentum. But...
Yeah, he always had the upper hand. And some games you just know that you've lost the first turn. I knew when he led with Gallade. I was like, I don't know if I have enough for Gallade. And it's just one of those situations where I couldn't really do anything against his team. But don't worry, guys, we will come back. Sourcen is playing the who?
The Who.
Doctor Who, Matt Smith.
I'll tell you, they are playing North. So the Tortugas who just came off a Vacos going against Bloom. So they
North is the Who?
The Tortugas.
Oh, yes. So that'll be an interesting match to see.
I just want to butt in briefly before we end.
Yeah.
The one thing I just want to say is that, like, he's third, and no offense to Dawson, but like the only reason I personally see him being third. I mean, he's played well. His prep's been good. I mean, I can't really complain. I misplayed against him. But anyway.
Dude, you have to get off that. It's not that big a deal. Flygons are next. Flygons were actually...
I always says the main reason he's third is obviously he's one of only 3-0 teams. So I think it kind of... I mean, he could drop a lot, but at the same time, he could just make...
You mean 6-0?
No, like 3-0 isn't record. He's one of only 3-0 teams.
Oh.
I mean, he did get 6-0 too, which is pretty impressive.
Exactly. Flygons are next. Flygons are led by Bloom. Bloom is an incredible battler. He has an amazing team in Mew, Heatran. I think he dropped Tornadus Therian. Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
He did, and he dropped Hydreigon and picked up T-Tar and something else.
No, that wasn't him.
Yeah, he dropped Bloom dropped Hydreigon and picked up Tyranitar.
Oh,
wait, am I messing up teams now?
Probably.
Flygons. No, Flygons are the Mega Venusaur.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're Mew, Heatran. No, I'm thinking the wrong team.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Not really much to say.
Yeah, they have a really, really strong team. Mega Venusaur is obviously one of the best walls in the game, without a doubt. Ferrothorn is a close number 2, in my opinion.
Crobat beats it, but you know.
Die. So his team is really, really good. You know, obviously, Jellicent and Zygarde are two very, very underrated monsters, in my opinion. Well, not Jellicent, but Zygarde in particular.
I was about to say the other way around. I mean, I like Zygarde a lot. I like how it has Glare, Dragon Tail. I like how it can sweep people.
Extreme Speed.
But, yeah, you just love Extreme Speed.
I love Extreme Speed.
To be honest, personally, I think Jellicent is better for how well it's rated, if you get what I mean.
Oh, Jellicent is better in certain situations, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jellicent can wall whole teams. I mean, it walls Manaphy for starters. I mean, even Energy Ball doesn't do that much to it. Like, I've battled so using Manaphy using my Jellicent, and yeah.
Let's see what happens with them. Yeah, but the Flygons have a really, really powerful team, and it'll be interesting to see what happens against them. Joy, you want to say anything?
Well, big word number 1 for the first 2 weeks. I mean, the 6-0 and then a 4-0 right after that. But I think this week going a 2-0 win and could have potentially been 1-0 or a loss against the Tortugas was just the reason that, you know, even though they won this week again and are still in first place undefeated, I had to drop them just because of how well the Kabutops played.
Yeah. All right, so we moved on to number 1, and I think this is kind of without a doubt because while the Philadelphia Flygons have played absolutely incredibly, their team building has been great. I feel like the Kabutops have been the better team. They've been tested. They've been put on the brink of destruction, and they've been able to claw themselves into games when I feel like they shouldn't have any right to win some of those games that they've won. You know, they did really, really well.
Right.
No, in terms of matchup, I mean.
Yeah, I know what I mean. I'll just put in here. Their prep's very solid. It's not like anything ridiculously out there, but they don't need to. Like for stuff like I said this before. I've said this many times, but I just like stuff like Facade. Tauros, it's very clever, but at the same time, it's reasonably basic. You know, it's but at the same time it works. They play very safe. They play very well.
You're kind of lagging out there, Kraft. We'll move on to Joey just as you try to reclaim it. Joey, how's it going?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, for the first week when they had 1-0 win over the Rhyperiors, was, you know, okay, that match might have been able to go either way. Second week it was a 2-0. They stopped the potential scare, and they had it pretty much in the bag there. And then this week they get a nice 2-0 as well. So, you know, maybe once, maybe twice, it's a coincidence. But at this point, you have to just say, you know, they're a very good team that'll take it down to the wire and beat you at the very end.
I'm gonna cut you off there. Sorry, that was very roboty. I'm sorry, guys, if you heard that. The Skype was very, very bad. But I think you should be able to decipher what Joey means. They're a really, really good team, and they can definitely go far if they play right. This has been all we've had to say. If you guys agree, if you disagree, if you think I'm going to be first at the end of this week, which is impossible, make sure to heavy slam like button down below for us, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Aggronix. And with that being said, bye from Kraft, bye from Joy, and it's a bye from me. Later.
Make sure you join us for the preview.
Oh shit, be back for the preview week 4 where we have crazy battles. Oh my god. With that being said, later again.